Well, the president of District Council 33 says his workers may go on strike again. That could happen if the union rejects a tentative deal with the city when they vote as early as next week. Workers have already been working under a one-year contract extension that gave them a 5% pay bump last November. Under the new deal, they'll also receive a 3% wage increase every year over the next 3 years, plus a $1,500 one-time signing bonus. Dan Snyder reports now on what the union is saying about the contract.
I'm not happy now, and that hasn't changed.
District Council 33 President Greg Boulware hasn't changed his tune on his feelings of the deal between the union and city to end the strike. On Thursday, he struck a different tone than the celebratory mood at the city's announcement a day before.
It is a good deal, and I think that throughout the negotiations and our talks, hopefully that the leadership of DC 33 did come to realize that.
I don't know what's to celebrate. The same poor people that were poor yesterday are still poor today.
Boulware's main issue with the deal is raises. The union had sought a 5% annual pay bump, but in the end accepted 3% a year. And while he didn't give a direct answer as to why they agreed to the deal, he says his team was successful in fending off many demands the city made, like changes to sick policy and work rules.
We gave up no concessions in this contract, so that in itself is a win. Multiple times they kind of like, it's like take it or leave it, and so we kept digging and we kept digging, we kept pushing them. And we were able to get things crossed off of each list. Meantime,
union sanitation workers were back on the streets Thursday. We saw crews helping people get rid of trash in the Andorra neighborhood, and they were out with trash trucks in Tacony, where cleanup was happening at a neighborhood drop-off site that just yesterday was lined with trash. But these same workers still have to sign off on the deal. We asked Boulware what he's heard from members.
It's a mixed bag from everybody right now, so people are still now just digesting what's been accomplished.
Boulware said the union is aiming to schedule a vote on that tentative deal sometime early next week. He says if that deal is rejected, workers could go back on strike. He didn't say that would happen, but that it is a possibility. In University City, Dan Snyder, CBS News, Philadelphia.
And now that thousands of DC 33 workers are back on the job, some impacted city services are also returning. Today, maintenance crews at city pools that were shut down started the process of reopening. Crews in Fishtown spent the day refilling this pool. The city says the goal is to have all of the affected city pools open as early as Monday. People who live in Fishtown say they are very happy things are returning to normal after a very tough week.
It was very frustrating because it was so hot out and there was nothing for us to do. All of the free things in the neighborhood that the city provides for us as families and caregivers, like pools and libraries, were all just fully closed to the public. So there wasn't really anywhere we could go to cool off besides the house.
In addition to pools, libraries in the city are also open again, and rec centers have also returned to normal hours. Our coverage of the tentative agreement continues on CBSPhiladelphia.com. That's where you can find the 6 sanitation centers trash can still be dropped off this week. And as soon as we get the results from the union's vote next week, we'll have it on air and online.